Right, everyone, welcome to PSR Season 5, Round 6. This is at Le Mans. I'll be commentating on the last few laps of the race. Unfortunately, I had to retire. I had a bit of a pit lane blunder and couldn't get back in. Didn't have any fuel to come back around again. So, yeah, kind of no point doing a whole lap on, limping around. So, just gonna commentate over this last few laps of the race. Just give me a second, guys. Right, let's see what's happening, guys. So, it's like the rain has picked up. So we have Rav coming in, who was on soft tires. I'm assuming he's probably going into mediums. We have Laquera coming in as well. Then we have Rusty. As you can see, Laquera and Rusty, I think they put it on lap 5. Whereas I think Rav put it on the lap before. So, I think Rav played a bit of a blinder there. So it looks like Manny and Kalen put the lap before, but Rav's managed to jump him, so very well done on Rav there to jump the guys on strat. So as you can see, the rain has picked up a bit, so yeah, it's quite a lot harder to keep the car on track. Kalen taking Manny for second place there, so it looks like it's pace 1, 2, 3 at the moment. All the guys seems to be on Inters. So we have Rev in the Reynolds first, Kalen second, chasing him in on Supra. Then we have Manny that's chasing him third, top 3 covered within 1.8 seconds. Then we have Laquera, who's in fourth in the GTR, who just put it now for brand new Inters, as well as the Rusty chasing behind. Then we have a bit of a gap to Sims in 6th place in McLaren, apologies. Yeah, it's on Inters as well. And then I think the only one of the back is on the wets is Souls. So the wet, I think the rain should pick up quite a bit now. So I think Souls might be the quickest for a bit, but depends how long the rain is going to last. So could come back in his favor, but let's see. It's focusing on the battle with the lead. It's Kalen and Superman is battling each other again. They seem to be quite evenly matched, both in the Supra. It's been like this kind of whole race at the beginning, so yeah. Let's see if we have Manny on the inside. If he keeps it steady, should have Kalen on the brakes. Good move there by Manny. Seems very Kalen have a bit of a slide there. These conditions very difficult to keep it on track, and you can see at the bar on the left there, that line, it's getting closer and closer to the third line, which is basically when the wets start being better. So they're basically at the point now where the wets are the better tire. However, if the rain does not last too long, it will be difficult to. Oh, we have all 3 guys who missed the breaking point. Kalen, Manny, and Rev missed the breaking point. Oh, Laquera goes even further wide. Oh, it's very difficult because Rusty joins in there. It's like a bit of a car park there. So the guys struggling to go back in. However, the top 3 all still in the same order. Yeah, how's it, Riza? But you couldn't join us today. All the best to you and the family in a difficult time. So yeah, hope to see you soon. Yeah. So we have Rhea first, Manny second, Kalen third, top 3 all separated by about 3 seconds. We'll see the next tricky point that Rhea just about managed to slow it down. With Manny slowing it down, so it looks like the guys are adjusting to the conditions, but you can see it's very difficult and they're kind of having to like crawl to make it. They're going a little bit wide there, but still keeping on track. Manny going a bit wide, that's going to give Kalen a run out of the corner. And these two have basically been neck and neck with each other the whole way. I was racing Riza, but I overshot the pit entry because I think it was a rusty ran out of fuel. But then they had to reset me, tried to get back to the pits, kept on resetting me. So yeah, I just quit because I wasn't gonna make it the whole way around. So yeah, fortunate, but yeah, at least the guys have a bit of a good view to watch the race back. So you'll see now Souls, I think, you can see Souls is catching some shade because I think the wet at the moment is a better tire. But for how long is the question, because depending on how long it lasts, it could come back in the Inter's favor. So we have staying out in the Inter's, Kalen staying out as well, then Manny. So you can see, I think you can see it's a bit of a game glitch, but I think Manny's on traction 4, which just tells you how hard it is to keep the car on track at the moment. So the guy's doing quite well. Yeah, no worries, Riza. More than welcome to join. Just give me a shout if you want. So we have Revis controlling the front quite well. And then, Superman with a 2-second penalty. Struggling quite a bit to keep it within the track. But so far, so very good on for Rev. Even just looking at the fuel, Rev has just over 3/4 of tank. Kalen just over half, as well as Superman. So I think it's definitely safe to say Rev's in the driving seat. I think we have Lequera and Rusty who's managed to keep the gap similar. These drivers have been closely matched. And then you have Simpson, Sol's is battling quite well. Yeah, Sol's doing quite well to hold on to the guy, especially seeing that he's on wets. However, you can see it looks like the rain is it's not as heavy as what it was, so I think he might be losing a bit of time out to Sims. At the moment, Rev has a 6.6 second gap to Kalen behind. He's about a second in front of Manny, who unfortunately has a 2-second penalty. So yeah, it looks like it's a bit of a battle between the pace boys. You can see based on the blue mark on the left, it's still quite intense. Yeah, so it's going to be more about just kind of keeping the car on track at the moment. And as if Drizzle unfortunately left. Unfortunately, I have a few retirements at the race. So Drizzle is one. Myself, unfortunately, due to the pit lane blunder. Unfortunately, Michael already joined me on that one. So yeah, the pit lane man should get a few victims today. But yeah, top 7 still going quite strong. Rev who's stretching out the lead slightly. Oh, Kalen has lost it. Might have gone a bit too wide, or problem is if you go a bit too hard on the brakes, the car does go a bit sideways and it's easy to lose control. So yeah, unfortunately for Kalen. However, it's only 3.7 seconds behind Manny, who has 2-second penalty, so not out of it. But very unfortunately for Kalen. This is bringing, you can see Lequera's catching the guys ahead. Rusty seems to have fallen back a bit. And then Sim's doing quite well, keeping the gap stable there to the guys. Oh, this is fighting the car quite keeping a bit of a show for the crowd. And then we have Sols who still managed to keep the gap to Sims. So we have Rev out in front who's definitely stretching that gap now. Manny, Kalen's down to 8 seconds now the gap. Not sure if we had another mistake. But yeah, still definitely in this race. You can see the rain is starting to, looks like it's stopped for a bit now, so it should be very interesting to see how the guys manage. So yeah, so it looks like the rain has stopped, so I guess now it's the point where when is it gonna, we have a bit of a moment there. It's now at the point of when is it going to be the right time to go into soft tires, or if the tank can last to go into soft tires. So it's going to be very intriguing to see who can pull it off in time that pit stop right. So they have Manny, unfortunately, to take his pit stop. I mean, he took his penalty. We've had a 7-second gap over Kalen, so that gave him quite a good gap at these. And then you have Lequera, who's doing very well, must be said, to keep up the gap. He's 19 seconds behind Rev. but definitely not out of the racing. That includes Rusty as well. Because, yeah, timing your pit stop is going to be key now to the next phase of this race. So, very interesting to see. And we have Simpson Sol still battling it out. It seems quite competitive between the guys here. I must say, Revs just seems a bit in his class of his own in this conditions in that Renault. Just stretching the gap, going up to 12 seconds now. So he's really stretching those legs of his. It's like Superman is struggling to keep up with him. That Supra is very good in the runners track. I don't think in the wet it's as good. So yeah, it might become a bit stronger when the track dries up again. We have Kalen who's still chasing him. Looks like Kalen's managed to bring that gap down to 2 seconds, with Laquera bringing it down to under 3. So we have the second, third, fourth, fifth place all in one straight, which is great to see. Let's have a look at the fuel of the guys. So we still have Rev, who's still over half a tank. Which probably another, I'd say at least another 2 laps comfortably. Superman, who's about just over a quarter, I would say he has 1 lap maybe stretched to. Similar to Kalen, who's a bit better on fuel. Then we have Aquera, who's just under half, so he has a bit better fuel than the other 2. And then we have Rusty, who's has the best out of all of them. So Rusty, you can see he's still looking quite good on fuel, so you might be able to push that lap extra, which could be vital in time his pit stop. But look at that for a shot. Manny, Kalen, Laquera, and Rusty, all within a couple of seconds from each other. Awesome to see, awesome to see. So it seems like the track is starting to drop a lot more. It's definitely still wet on track, so it is still definitely the better tire. Or you can see with the track drying, I think we can see that the Supra is starting to come more into it. Looks like a gap is starting to come down. I think it was about 12 seconds at the beginning of the lap. We're at 10.5 seconds now for between Rev and Superman. So just look at that. We have Manny 8 tenths in front of Kalen, about 1.3 in front of Aquera. Look at that for a shot. Ah, shucks, I messed that up. There we go. That's the shot we're looking for. Second, third, fourth place covered by, must be what, 5 or 6 seconds. So it's going to all be about just keeping it on track, not pushing it too hard and going on the wet patch now. And then, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who blinks first and gives the dry tires a try. It's definitely going to be risky to put on the dry tires at now, but the reward of going on to dries could pay off handsomely. So you can see the gap now under 10 seconds. So the guys behind definitely starting to catch Rev. You can see Rev's fuel still looking good. His tire is looking very good compared to the Supra. It was definitely awarding his tires quite a bit. Then we have Aquera and Rusty on the GTR, whose tires are much better. So seems like the Supra is definitely the most hectic on tires. However, still in a good enough condition for them to catch Rev. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see now who goes first on softs, if anyone does. I think it's probably about another 5 or 6 laps left, so maybe another, at least one more stop is coming. Oof, we have Aquera and Kalen on each other's tail here. Very tight racing. I think you can see the tire difference maybe starting to make an impression now. And we have Kalen and Aquera going side by side to that corner. And we have Rabbits in. We have Superman, Kalen, Laguera all in for, I'm assuming, going on to dry tires. Rusty following them behind as well, showing them how to actually go into the pit stop, which myself and Jay failed to do. Ooh, we have some drifting around here. Oh, what a drift. That was good for the camera. That's awesome to get the 510s. I feel like he didn't deserve half a second. That was pretty cool. Now, Sol's tie is definitely not the best now. I think he also needs to get rid of that bits and put on some good dry tires. So, good have. Rev is going to be, I think he's going to be the first one to leave the pits. Let's have a look. Yep, so Rev goes onto mediums. Ooh, it's going to be tight just going on the pits. That's going to be the first challenge. Let's have a look at Guerra. We have all the rest going on softs. Oh, they're going to have to be careful going to exit because it's quite, everyone going very gingerly there, but probably better to be safe and sorry. I think once you get past the first couple of corners, then you should be able to put pedal to the metal a lot quicker. But second, third, fourth, and fourth place separated by almost next to nothing. Looks like second, third, fourth, fifth, Sims as well. Going on soft tires. I would assume Sols is on the medium. So yeah, everyone now switched over to the dry tires. Looks like Manny got a bit of a gap there to Kalen. Laguera right on Kalen's tail, yeah. So got, apart from Rev and Sols, everyone else is on softs. Could go to the end of the race, but they might have to fuel save a bit, so it's going to be a bit tricky, but definitely doable. Whereas right on Kalen's tail, but just went a bit on the curb, which is a bit of a damp patch, so need to be really careful going off the racing line. So this is going to be the trick here. Oh, it looks like Laguera and Kalen's working together, which is probably the safer bet because going off, you'll have to go offline to overtake, which is not completely dry. So makes the braking mark very tricky to overtake. Excuse me. Ooh, I think Laguera pushes Kalen off. I think, oh no, he pushed Kalen off completely. I think he just missed his brake. As you can see, he's waiting for Kalen. I think he just missed his braking mark there because I don't think that was intentional. Oh, that's not going to be. I lost quite a bit of time to the leader, and unfortunately, like Sims has left, and we have PSR Lisa who's joined us. So let me just send him a request. Mr. Riza, welcome. How are you doing? All right. Just commentating on the last couple of laps here. Yeah, so I'm just watching the guys now. Are you in the lobby? Okay. Serious? It's a good. Yeah, it's a good car. I think it's good on fuel as well. I think the con for that is the tire wear is not always the best in this car, but I see but he's on mediums. Oh no, he's on mediums on my screen. I think it might be just the delay on your side. So yeah, he has just under 7-second gap to Manny. Manny's have a bit of a gap to Rusty, but Kalen was actually battling Rusty, and then him and Laguera had a bit of an incident. So it dropped him down a bit. So yeah, very unfortunate for Kalen. Laguera did do the honorable thing and waited for him, but I think the damage was done, unfortunately. I like that front window as well. Looking quite nice. Representing. Yeah. It's looking good for Rev so far. 6-second gap, but I think Manny's slowly starting to catch him because I think the Supra is still probably the better race car, and he is on the medium, so compared to many that's on the softs. It definitely caused some incidents. I was one of the victims. But yeah, I think the game unfortunately didn't allow me to reverse back into the pits, kept on resetting me. So, and I had 0%. No, so I think Rusty was in front of me and he ran out of fuel. So I overtook him in the pit lane, but because I overtook him, I just missed my braking point a bit and then knocked into the wall and then he reset me. Yes. Yes, correct. And then it was just no, I was trying to go for the Vettel movement, the max move. Maybe that's why I'm not going to be champion this season. But yeah, yeah. But I mean, there still should be some good battles. Yeah, I see Manny's dropped the gap down to 4 seconds, so it's closing in fast on Rev. Hmm. So I think once he catches up, it's going to be very difficult for Rev to keep him behind. But it's gonna. I think the other factor is going to be will they have enough fuel in the tank to get to the end. That's going to be another story. Yeah, definitely bet on fuel. So Rev can probably get to the end. I think should be about 4 laps. But I think Rev can maybe stretch it out to 5. Many maybe also, but he'll have to do some fuel saving for sure. So it's going to be tight. I mean, we'll see when they cross the line how many laps it is. I mean, you're looking at, yeah, I mean, you're looking at, I mean, I think it was 4 seconds now. I think he managed to catch another second and a bit in that sector. So it's going to be an interesting battle between the two. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting battle because it looks like Manny will be faster for now, but towards the end of the stint, I think it will come back to Rev. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it looks towards the end. Yeah, it would have been a fun one. I think it definitely would have claimed some victims like it did, but it would have been. You had to see there was a point where like second to six was covered by like a couple of seconds. Made it was an insane shot. So yeah, but we missed that, or you missed that. I just missed the puts. So yeah, it would have been fun. Would have been fun, but yeah, can't win them all. So I think um, if Manny gets a good result, it's more or less the title in the bag for him. Yeah, I think because the rest of us aren't there to get points, I think just I think a fourth place guarantees him the championship. So as long as he keeps it on track, I think it should be good. Oh, he's actually making a move on Rev, yeah. They got him. Yeah. Mm. I think that was probably a tactical move for Rev to try and stay in the slipstream. Because that if he can stay in that slipstream with that super high, can tow him along. 356.7 from Caden. Yeah. So they're a couple of seconds off that now, but I think you'll see we'll get a bit closer as we go along. Let's just check the gap behind. So we have Menus in first place, has about a second and a half gap to Rev. Rev is about 13 seconds in front of Rusty in third. We have Kalen on fourth, who's 7 seconds behind, and Laquera 10 seconds behind him. And we have Sols, who's at the back, and R8. But yeah, still, Sols was one of the few that actually went on wet tires at the race, so I think that might have cost him a bit. So what it looked like for about a lap, it was the best tire to be on the wets, but over the whole stint, the inters were better. So he caught up a bit, but that next 2 laps, I think the Inters came back into it, and then he lost out some time. So I got a 3:56.7 from Kalen. Mm. 3:55.3. Sure. And that was a yeah. That was yeah. It would have been fun to have something similar. Yeah, but yeah. So it's difficult to say for sure. But I mean, it's not far off, and that was a very blitz lap. I think that was on your last stint as well. Whether mm, just shows you. Well, I mean, the gap was increasing, yeah. So so we didn't say right behind. Yeah, I think you would have had a good chance of getting a good result because you do very well in Le Mans. Okay, how's it looking now with better? Okay, I think we need to test him soon. For those who don't know, Reese has been having some rig issues, so yeah, we're hoping it's gonna be solved and get him back where he belongs. I'm not sure. I think it's about 2 or something. But I'm sure the guys will probably. Yeah, so I mean, it looks like it's stretching out a bit. Ooh, Manny's off, Manny's off, Manny's off. Manny lost it. He lost it going into that braking zone. I think it. I think he just probably carried too much speed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think he just probably carried too much speed, braked while the car was still not completely straight, and then as soon as you touch, like the curbs are still a bit slippery. So yeah, I think he must have lost it there. Nah, not yet. I want to give it a try though. Seems quite sweaty to be honest, but I guess my eye is at least in now from the track, so good time is ever to give it a try. So we started at 9, or 1 minute past 9. Um, Ishai comes first. Huh? Yeah, so we had 10 drivers all in all. So it's myself, Mike Lowry, Drizzle, and Sims who all dropped off. I think Mike Lowry had a similar incident to me with the pit lane. I'm not sure what happened with Drizzle, and Sims I think had an incident as well. So unfortunate, but yeah. Okay, so it's about 8.5 minutes left. Um, so that's Yeah, it's gonna be two in the oof. I think Manny just nudged slightly into Rev there. They neck and neck here. Yeah, I think it is Manny because he was lagging a bit by me, but hopefully they still be able to keep it clean. Manny with a good move to go around the outside there, which is risky on the slightly damp, but so he has the lead, but if you look at his tires, look at his fuel. So I think he'll probably have. The thing is, he's gonna lose too much time but he'll have to make it work. But I think he's probably doing the maths then. No, I think it should last a lap, maybe 2, but anything after that is gonna be running on fumes. Um, so I think we have the lobby at I think it's 30 minutes after after the time goes up. So I think yeah, so I think what's gonna happen is they'll do the last lap, but they might not finish it. But they'll at least get to quite far into the lap, even if they don't finish. So it'll be the race against the clock probably. Yeah, unfortunately, because I wanted to make it at least more than 4 minutes, but yeah, I didn't. 180 is the max. So Man is still increasing the gap a bit to Rev. If Rusty was about 9 and a bit seconds, doing quite well. Kalen 2 seconds off him. Who's this? Yeah, like Manny's gonna be Manny's fuel is the worst, so he's gonna be the one that's, I don't know, he's gonna have to make some sort of plan. Yeah, oof, I'd have squirm me out of the exit there. Um, yeah, I can't. It's gonna be a stretch for Manny to get us till the end. I don't know if he's gonna have to go fill map 6 or what. It's gonna be very difficult to stretch. Mm. If he's gonna put, he has to put this lap. Otherwise, there's no point. Yeah, because so he has about a 12-second gap to Rusty and about 14 seconds to Kalen. So he'll probably come out just behind them. But yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, I mean he's gonna have to put, like, his fuel is in the red. I can't see him doing another lap. Or yeah, yeah. Rev is about just over 40 in the tank. So he definitely has at least another lap. But after that, it's going to be interesting. I think whoever can maybe stretch it till the end. Let's check the guy's fuel. I think, yeah, Rev and, yeah, Kalen's probably the second best, and he's not much better either. Alright, so let's look what Man is going to do. Man is in. Man is in. Yeah, we needed that to happen. And taking the pit lane very nicely. Okay, so now. Oh, Rusty's in as well. So Rusty's also not going to risk it. Mm. Okay, so it's up to Rav and Kayla now what they're going to do. They have a lap and a bit. I can see it's about just over 4 minutes left, which is at least another. They're gonna start the 15th lap and do majority of it. Yeah, that's another thing. Kalen's tires is because once the soft goes off, it goes off completely. There's no saving it. So I think Rav's definitely in the pole position here. Tires looking good. Fuel, not amazing, but it's the best out of the bunch. Kalen, the tires definitely might be an issue towards the end. Risking it for the biscuit. Yeah, so Singh is going to be flying now. So he's 29 seconds behind. Yeah. So Singh is 29 seconds behind the Rev, 6 seconds behind the Quera, but I have a feeling the gap is going to come down rapidly. The thing is, I'm not sure if the guys are aware of the finishing delay. I wonder if that is gone into their thinking of doing an extra lap. Let's hope so. Looks like there's still some life in it, soft tires. Look like at the moment like it's fine. Exactly, yeah. So up until the second sector, he still should be good. It's that last sector where it's going to be hard for him to keep up. Yeah, so gap's about 8.5 seconds. Get Manny. Manny's closing the gap to Laquera. It's coming down now to 5 seconds. And he's catching. He caught Rav almost 2, closing on 3 seconds already this lap. So it just shows you how much faster he's going. Yeah, I mean, look there, the car barely wanted to turn there. I think by that last sector, man, he's gonna be all over him. Yeah, but Manny is catching, eh? it, I think he scored like 5 seconds on Reva's lap. He is, yo, he's boosting. Yeah, that's the only way for him to get the result. Oof, Reva a bit of a squirmy exit, but still keeping the gap relatively okay to Kalen. Kalen caught maybe about a second on his lap, but he's going to need a lot more to catch Reva at the space. Yeah, I think this is where Reva is going to have the advantage. And just watch how the Supra takes the sector. And that, yep, that should be enough for him to win the title. So what's the gap there? I mean, look, it's 2 seconds again. Yo, Manny's catching fast. I think he scored, stand to be correct, 10 seconds on Revet lap. Yeah, this is. Yo, but is he gonna? Are they gonna be able to cross the line? That's the thing, though. Ooh, it's on each other. Yo, Laquera has no tires left. Defending it is hard here. There's 15 seconds left. Are they gonna make the line? That's the thing. Oh man, you got the penalty. Are they gonna make it though? I don't think they're gonna make it. Oh, they pushed him off. Did they make it? Let's see. Nope. That's the penalty took him out. It's unlucky. It's unlucky. Yes, to be confirmed, but I believe that Superman is your PSR Season 5 champion right there. Just missing out on the podium, but yeah, we still have a battle for first place. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be happy. Yeah, it's gonna be a contentious one. And you know, he was catching him so fast. I think he would have been even a shot of catching Kalen if he managed to cross the line. Yeah, and I mean he caught 10 seconds at lap. I think they were about 15 seconds behind Kalen. That's a pity. That's a pity. But yeah, let's see if the guys can. So it's up to Manny, Rev and Kayla now. We have Salts across the line in 6th place. Some good points for him there. Rusty finished in 5th. We have Manny and Laquera that had that intense battle. Laquera just managed to come on top there. Now we have Rev and Kaylen. So looks like Kaylen's still catching somehow on the tires. Both fuel is is just non-existent. I think there's a minute and a minute 20 seconds left. I mean, Rev is 11 seconds down on his fastest lap. No, so it should be 3 minutes. So I'm just looking at the time at the bottom left. It should be 1 minute, 1 hour, 3 minutes should be when it cuts off. But I mean, the guy's fuel is, yeah. I think it just survived till then. I mean, that gap is still coming down, but yeah, I don't think he'll be able to catch it. It should be about another 50 seconds left or so. So Rev just needs to manage the fuel, not make any mistakes. And I can see. Rev is already in 7th gear, so the guys are crawling to the end, yeah. I mean, the gap is still coming down, though, which shows how fast that Supra is. I think it's 15 seconds left in that race anyway, so. Just needs to survive a little bit longer. I think that should be the countdown now. And there we go. There we have it. Rev Pace is your winner for today's race. Kalen 2nd, Laquera in 3rd, just managed to beat Manny, who is our Season 5 champion. We have Rusty in 5th, Sol's 6th, myself, DNF 7th. Don't know if I'll claim that points. I'll chat to the director. Mike Lowry, DNF 8th, Drizzle 9th, and then Sims 10th also did not finish. So yeah, you have a new champion. Super Manny. I think well deserved. I think overall he was probably the most consistent driver throughout the season. So yeah, I think a valid champion. Yeah. Riza, anything from you before we close off? Yeah. Yeah, next week's the finale at Monza. So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. Turn one's gonna be very interesting. So yeah. Oh jeez, here we go. Here we go. Good chatting. But yeah, anyways, guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. Like and subscribe. Peace out.